technology that is built for your every sense. Acer Pure from Acer.
With that, let's shift our attention now. It's a big day for Karnataka today because the 11-day Mysuru Dasara festival is set to begin next week. The controversy around the invitation that has been extended to the Booker Prize winner Banu Mushtaq has refused to die down. Just earlier last week, you remember the Karnataka High Court had in fact dismissed a petition that objected to the invitation being sent to Banu Mushtaq as the chief guest of the event and cited previous instances where such people, the authors, educationists, such celebrities had been called in as well. The High Court had also made a significant observation. It said that the participation of a person practicing a particular faith in the celebrations of the festivals of other religions does not offend the rights available under the Constitution. Now listen to what happens next, because the issue will come to the Supreme Court now. Citing this observation, the petitioner has now moved to Supreme Court, which is expected to hear the case today. It will be interesting to see what happens in the top court. The petitioner has complained that the inauguration of Mysuru Dasara event involves the lighting of the lamp. That's when the celebration actually begins. The lighting of the lamp is performed right before the Goddess Chamundeswari idol. They say that this procedure cannot be performed by a non-Hindu, and the High Court did not take this into consideration while pronouncing the verdict. In fact, Times Now has also spoken to the petitioner ahead of the hearing in the top court, where he reiterates the basis on which he has challenged the High Court order.
I'm sure you've also gone through the judgment of the Karnataka High Court that had dismissed Mr. Pratap Simha's petition, among others. Now, the reasoning that was given by the court there was, A, that we're a secular state. Second, that this is a state festival. So essentially, the tax-paying citizens of Karnataka are funding this particular festival, and therefore for a state festival you can't be imposing restrictions of the kind that have been asked for by the likes of Pratap Simha or for you now that you've filed this petition in the Supreme Court. Now, what's your counter to that specific rejoinder coming from the Karnataka High Court itself, that this is a state festival, and in a state festival, even though you might be holding a celebration of a religious nature, you can't be distinguishing between who's a Muslim, who's not, when it comes to inviting somebody as the chief guest to preside over that particular celebration?
So the current invitee is an excellent person. I don't have any second word about it. And what I'm saying is, the inauguration is happening as per the Hindu traditions. The priest is involved in the inauguration. There's Goddess Chamundeswari deity in the premises of the temple. And there are other several Agama traditions which are being followed during the inauguration. It is not just a mere ribbon-cutting inauguration.
Correct.
There are, as I told, there are Diya Aradhane, Diya lighting will be happening by the inaugurator, and Pushparchane will be done by the inaugurator in the first.
Okay.
And Pushparchane also has this Kunkuma and Harshina, which is called Haldi Chandan in Hindi. So these are the inauguration procedures which is happening from centuries, and these are going to continue. So only based on this, I am before the Supreme Court, sir.
Legal editor Harish Nair joins us on the broadcast with the details. And Harish, today the Supreme Court is going to take up the hearing. When is the hearing expected? And take us through the details of what the petitioner has said. He, of course, has mentioned that the Karnataka High Court, and that is the order that he has challenged in the Supreme Court.
Yes, good morning, Pratibha. This hearing, crucial to Karnataka, is going to happen around 12 o'clock today. This controversy has now reached Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will hear the appeal filed by one HS Gaurav against Karnataka High Court refusing to interfere with Karnataka government's invitation to non-Hindu Booker Prize winner Banu Mushtaq to inaugurate the festival, ceremony of which will happen in the premises of Chamundeshwari temple in the early morning of September 22, that is coming Monday. The petitioner has said that the inauguration of the festival by a non-Hindu will hurt Hindu sentiments, as would involve lighting of the lamp before Sanctum Sanctorum of Goddess Chamundeshwari, and High Court has committed an error by not appreciating that this cannot be performed by a non-Hindu. He said purely Hindu agamic tradition has to be followed in the festival. There will be Panditji performing the puja of Goddess Chamundeshwari, and presence of a non-Hindu in the vicinity even is inappropriate. Remember, In fact, the BJP leaders in the state of Karnataka are also protesting the invitation granted to Banu Mushtaq for inaugurating the festival. In fact, dismissing the challenge to the inauguration of the festival by Banu Mushtaq, High Court had significantly held that in a secular state, interfaith participation in a religious festival is not violative of the constitution. High Court had also said, Pratibha, that legal or constitutional right of the petition is not violated in any manner. It's a secular state, it's a state festival. So, in fact, in the High Court, state had pointed out in Karnataka High Court that in 2017, the late Kannada writer and poet Nisar Ahmed was invited for the function. Then there was not much controversy.
Yes, in fact, there have been previous instances as well where non-Hindus have been a part of the celebrations, but that has been challenged by the petitioner. Isn't it? Harish, we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you for joining us with those details. We'll come back to you for those updates from the top court because it's a big day for the people of Karnataka today in the Supreme Court. With that, it's time for us to slip into a quick break here. We'll be right back to stay with us.